I could have done with one of these the day I was doing 160 Ks across the Albert Park Lake in a K-class racing boat. There I was, a tangle of arms and legs wedged backwards in this boat with the G-forces pushing my head tighter between my knees. Yeah, it was a pretty rough ride. Every 20 metres as we hit the waves, it felt like another bone was working its way loose from my spine. I tried to spin my head around for a look ahead, but we were going so fast that the ball bearings in my neck wouldn't allow me to complete the turn. Pretty hairy stuff, really. But if I'd have stopped off for an ice cold Max before I'd started, I reckon I'd have untangled my stomach and kept my thumping heart from bursting through my rib cage.
Max iced coffee. Stop off for a cold one.
I could have done with one of these the first time I read the sports news on television. There I was, seated behind the news desk, showing 8 white knuckles to the camera. My right hand held my left in a vice-like grip to stop me from shaking to bits. The lump in my throat had worked its way up around my ears, and I thought for a moment I might just have had the mumps. But worst of all, the butterflies in my stomach had reached plague proportions. They were out of control. It felt like they were knocking the daylights out of my stomach lining. If I'd have had an ice-cold Max, I reckon I might have harnessed those butterflies into group formation and flying in a straight line way before I started to speak.
Max iced coffee. Stop off for a cold one.
I'm glad I had one of these the day that I played golf with Neil Curley. We were up at Walker's Flat on the Murray River, and I remember I was just ready to tee off. All my concentration was focused on the little white ball. At the top of my swing, I heard a crack and then another crack. Curl screamed, "Look out!" Now, there was absolutely no way known that I was going to look up and be put off my game until the noise sounded like a crack of thunder, and I looked up to see a dead old gum tree hurtling towards me. Lucky I stopped off for an ice-cold Max, because I reckon that this stuff gave me the nerve that I needed to stand my ground and not get flattened as that huge tree came crashing around my shoulders.
Max iced coffee. Stop off for a cold one.